weather between what you experience in Germany and what you experience here. I asked this question, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you just the same. Which country was coping best?
I'd say Germany quite easily, head and shoulders above all the other countries. We've had, in northern Germany where I live and work, the British Army, we've had, I'd say, about 8 to 10 inches of snow in the last 48 hours. And we've been absolutely fine. The ploughs have been out, they squared all the autobahns away, and they were absolutely 100% clear this morning. I've come straight through Hanover, past Duisburg, out of Germany over the Rhine into the Netherlands. They were fine as well, and then into Belgium. A little bit of problems there, probably all the bureaucrats theory. But
once you got across the Channel,
yeah, France was fine as well. And as soon as I got across the Channel, yeah, just absolute utter calm.
Makes you wonder how we ever won the war, doesn't it, David?
It does indeed, Ken. It does. It's interesting what the chap's
saying men like David, you see. This is the thing.
Hardly. No, it's interesting what you're saying about the winter tyres there. I had winter tyres on my rear-wheel drive car last year. Absolutely fine, no problems at all. And I don't know whether you heard whether it was mentioned it's actually law in Germany now as of the 29th.
You have to have them.
You have to have either winter tyres or all-season tyres. Now I'm driving a Volkswagen Golf at the moment, and it's got all-season tyres on it, and I'm absolutely fine. And I'm currently sat on the M25 at Reigate Hill, and it's coping with it, no problem at all.
David, thanks very much for your call. Just shows, Ken, we're just going to have to get used to the fact this may be a part of our lives.
And we should start doing what the Germans do. We've got loads of texts and emails coming in. I will not be able to travel from London City Airport today. I did fly from Bowles last week. There was snow, which was much heavier and deeper than London, but all the flights were okay. I don't understand how London comes to a standstill the minute it starts snowing. Eve says, as far as I'm aware, Wandsworth Tory Flagship Council have not gritted any A or B roads or footpaths. Steve says, I support my colleague earlier. BA have made the decision that is turning out to be a wise one. Imagine 150,000 stranded passengers at Terminal 5 and not a hotel room between them. I think BA would not be seen to be caring for their customers then. Totally agree with earlier colleague, etc. A tweet here. Stuck on the M23, going to a wedding in Surrey which starts in 30 minutes. Shame the government can't make cuts in the snow. Steve in Raynham, snowy loads in Raynham, Essex roads, I assume that is. See, no grit in Havering, roads are so bad.
But, you know, it's interesting what that BA chap put in by saying, effectively, because the snow has got worse, whether or not BA knew this, and they've now had to shut runways at Heathrow. The point he's making is, it's actually a good thing, because if BA had said they weren't cancelling flights, Oscar would have been there, and then they'd had to be getting back. Fine. But why?
Come on and tell us.
Exactly. Yes. You see, you and I mean, heavens above, Ken, it's so obvious, you know. It's automatic, like tapping someone's knee and it shoots out. It's an automatic response. If you have got a complicated case to put across about why actually what you're doing is in the best interest of the passenger, come on and say it.
Okay, well, one more here. I can't believe what I've just seen. The driver of a Gritter lorry in Newham has parked up and is sitting in an undercover Newham Borough car, which is taking pictures of vehicles going through a no entry and issuing tickets. When I asked the lorry driver why he was not out gritting, his reply was, I'm having more fun watching drivers go through the no entry. That's Jay in Newham. A lot of unhappy people.
Should we hear quickly from Laufham, who's on the M25? Haven't got long, Laufham, but just give us a quick report, please.
Hi, sorry, I'm traveling from Sutton to M25, junction 8217.
Yeah.
For the junction 8, and it's just chock-a-block, and everybody's stuck in here. I'm actually going to pick up my son from Knox University, but I'm just heading back now towards Sutton, if I can.
But on the basis you're just going to give up?
Totally give up.
Yeah.
But I can see the drivers are just returning back, facing me on the wrong lane, going back towards Sutton.
Right.
Well, thanks for that tip. Anyhow, the time is now 12:45. And let's get the travel with Alan Joyce.
Thanks, Ken. Well, we've just had confirmation from Heathrow Airport that the runway at Heathrow has just been closed to clear the snow as well. So currently no flights going in or out of Heathrow Airport either. Of course, the runway at Gatwick Gatwick's also closed until at least 3 o'clock this afternoon. British Airways, in fact, have suspended all short-haul flights at Gatwick until 5, and all flights from Heathrow until 5 o'clock as well. If you're due to be travelling from any of the other airports, though, check with your airline or the airport website before you set off to the airport. Trains also being severely disrupted, as are the tubes now, in fact. First Great Western out of Paddington, delayed by up to an hour and a half. There's no service running either between Reigate and Gatwick Airport. Severe delays on London Overground between Euston and Watford Junction. Revised services for South West trains, South Eastern, Southern and First Capital Connect. And Eurostar have delays of up to an hour going in and out of St Pancras International. For the tubes, the entire Bakerloo line suspended. The Central line isn't running between Leytonstone and Epping. Piccadilly line suspended Rayners Lane to Uxbridge. No Metropolitan line between Harrow on the Hill and Uxbridge. The Jubilee line's now not running northbound from West Hampstead up to Stanmore, and no service on the Hammersmith and City line between Edgware Road and Hammersmith. There's severe delays on the rest of the line and severe delays on the entire Circle line as well. Roads just massively affected right across town now, with numerous routes impassable completely. The East India Dock Tunnel's been closed eastbound because of an accident there. M25 is completely clockwise between 7 and 8. That's the M23 to Reigate. At least 2 lorries are jackknifed on that section. And just watching the cameras on the western side as well, traffic really struggling to get up the hill between junction 16 and 17 between the M40 and Maple Cross. So that section's been effectively blocked for a while as well. The M23 is badly affected, as is the M3, the M4 and the whole length of the M40 as well. You can keep your updates coming in though on 08000 68 60 80, and of course you can get live travel updates via our website at lbc.co.uk. LBC 97.3 Travel. Next update is in 15 minutes.
This week on Nick Ferrari at Breakfast.
Of course, if you reflect on the extraordinary scenes we've witnessed over all the weeks of these demonstrations and the ramifications we've had, it's time to actually think the unthinkable. To ban protest. Mr. Ainsworth has said, effectively, legalise drugs. I actually support both sides. I totally buy, to a degree, the war on drugs. We've lost that. Having said that, I hate the idea of effectively dope the nation. How will it help matters if, after April, they are still using mixed sex wards? That hospital then has to pay a fine. How does that actually help it?
Join London's biggest conversation with Nick Ferrari at Breakfast. Back Monday morning from 7. LBC 97.3.
In the meantime, I'm going to put up with us, Frank Manor. Over there, facing me, I'm staring into his little beady eyes, is Ken, still fretting about how he's going to get home. But I tell you what, it isn't, it's just in the 2 hours that we've been here, it's been, Julia says, by the way, most motorists are aware of the winter tyres on cars, and it was also on a recent TV programme, and then she says, we are a nation of moaners, expecting the councils to do everything. Someone has texted in from Canary Wharf. I'm at Canary Wharf. He says where it's snowing heavily. Looks as if we have several centimetres lying around. Looking down at the traffic, I see plenty of motorists driving without lights. This includes professional drivers. There's obviously an issue about whether people are driving sensibly. Those who made the decision, which might itself not be very sensible, of actually going out in it. Rob, you're in Waltham Abbey, and you've got a comment about how other people are driving, right?
Yeah, hi David. I'm a driving instructor. I'm actually, trying to get from Enfield to Waltham Abbey now, but I've had to detour down to Mollison Avenue, which is very slow going. The gritters are out, but we've had about 2 or 3 inches of snow in the last hour or so. But the drivers, I'm watching some of them, and they're pulling way too close and leaving their braking too late, and they're sliding all over the place. It's not going to be long before there's going to be another accident. But they seem to be going, they should be doing about 5 mile an hour, and they're doing sort of 10 mile an hour, and then going on the brakes a little bit late all the time, and you've got to be really, really gentle on the brakes and on the gas.
I mean, Rob, you train people to drive effectively. I mean, do you think it's time now for people to be really tough with themselves and say, I know I was going to see Granny, or I know I wanted to go and buy this stuff, or we're going to hear in a bit from somebody who's trying to get to work in a West End theatre, but people are just going to have to say, it is not worth putting my own life at risk and the lives of others by going out, and they should just stay at home, give up on today.
Absolutely, absolutely. You might be the best driver in the world, but it's always someone else.
Rob, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that. Ian is in High Wycombe. Ian, you're an actor. Do you mind telling us what you're in?
Yeah, I'm in Black Watch, National Theatre of Scotland's Black Watch at the Barbican.
Right. Oh my God. Have you got to get from High Wycombe to the Barbican? I don't
Well,
know that.
it's kind of a bit of a disaster. I actually left. I was in South Croydon this morning. It was absolutely fine. No snow at all. And I left there about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Made my way to High Wycombe, and I'm actually snowed in High Wycombe. It's a disaster. You can't get out at all. The show starts at 2 o'clock. I'm not going to make it.
Your understudy's well primed, I assume, though.
Yeah, he's never been on before. He's never been on. It's his first time on. So my heart goes out to him, and I'll break a leg and all that sort of thing. I hope I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine, you know, but it's infuriating that you've got to... I mean, there's absolutely no gritters. There's absolutely nothing out here to help.
Is there a case for just shows, I see that football games with public because they're in the open air being called off, but is there a case for calling off theatrical performances on the basis that for some people it's going to be really hazardous just to get up to London?
Yeah, it seems to be. Some people are going to try and make it in, and some people are not going to try and make it in, and you can't phone it round everybody. In the old adage, if you try and the show must go on, sort of thing, is always the case.
Yes.
You've got to try and put the show on, because there are some people who live closer than others,
Yes.
So I think it's good that everybody tries to. I mean, I'm trying to get in for the evening show now. The show starts at 7:45 this evening, so I'm trying to get in for that one.
The thought of you having to get back to the outer London at about midnight is not about what I'm thinking about.
I know, but at least I haven't got a show tomorrow, but I may be sleeping in the theatre tonight, I don't know.
Well, there you are.
Text and emails still coming in great numbers. This is from M. Leaving the Gatwick Slip Road onto the M23, cancelled flights, poor communication from airline, but worse than that, stupidity on the roads. Drivers are using the hard shoulder as a driving lane. How can help get through? Bob and Vita say snowball fights are breaking out between the stuck M25ers and the stuck M23ers. How long before the riot squad arrive? Peter?
But they won't be able to get there.
No, they won't. Have a thought for district nurses braving the weather to provide essential visits to the ill and elderly. I'm currently chauffeuring my wife to allow her to get through to patients in Addleston. District nurses are unsung heroes. And David says, hi Ken and David. I've been sat in traffic since 9 a.m. this morning, and my 3 kids are going to miss the Panto in Woking today because of the snow. The M3 is terrible, and I'll lose the £100 I pay for the tickets. We're all really fed up. Roll on the summer.
I wonder, though, whether, bearing in mind the situation, you would hope that theatres would actually try and reissue tickets under those circumstances. I suppose they're not to know whether somebody has genuinely made an effort to come as against just got bored with the idea. But you do feel it's a bit hard, isn't it? Somebody's doing their best to get to a show. And £100 is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's particularly most kids. Jeff in Forest Hill, how's it down there?
It's absolutely white. I can't even find the car. I think I bought a black car, but it's not white somewhere. I've just got up my hill. Very, very slippery, very treacherous. What I can't understand is that the local authority services for Britain and Powys are never going to be able to do anything whilst we've got bumper-to-bumper traffic on the road. What really should be going on at the moment is that people should be told to pull to one side to allow the British services to do their job, because they're just as much stuck in the traffic with the rest of the vehicles on the road.
Okay, thanks for that, Jeff. Chris in Chesham.
Hello.
Hi there, Chris.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say that I am amazed still that people don't take notice of the warnings to get the snow off your car. People are pulling away. We've had a couple of inches of snow in 3/4 of an hour, and people are pulling away with their cars covered in snow, but also their lights. And people are braking. You can't see their lights. It's so dangerous. And the driving instructor did say just now, people are putting their own lives at risk and other people's. If they cause an accident and the road is blocked, what about the emergency services having to get through? It's not just other drivers are sitting there. I really think people need to just calm down, really slow down and think about what they're doing.
Chris, thanks very much. Kay is on the M1. Kay.
Hello, I've just pulled off the M1. I'll tell you what, it took me 4 hours now. I left Wokingham at 9 o'clock just when it started snowing heavily. And the longest journey was going from Wokingham to coming off the A43 to